10 absolutely mind-blowing Earth facts.
The Sun orbits the Milky Way's nucleus at a speed of 800,000 kilometers, 500,000 miles, per hour, while the Earth rotates on its axis and revolves around the Sun. How amazing the universe has remained since it first began is mind-boggling. Even though Earth is a very small component of a much larger puzzle, its makeup and internal dynamics are still remarkable.
So let's get started on top 10 absolutely mind-blowing Earth facts.
Top 10. A volcanic mountain range encircles the world. The mid-ocean ridge system is a massive underwater volcano range. It exists as a result of basaltic lava volcanic eruptions that occur between the Earth's tectonic plates. These eruptions contribute to the formation of the lithosphere's youngest crust. The mid-ocean ridge is the largest geological feature on Earth, stretching 60,000 kilometers, 37,000 miles. It wraps itself around the world like a baseball seam. Compare this to the Andes Mountains on South America's western border, which is the world's longest above-water range, stretching 7,200 kilometers, 4,500 miles. There is plenty of room for Earth-changing activity along the mid-ocean ridge. For example, when freezing ocean water seeps into the cracks of its volcanic crests, it heats to more than 400 degrees Celsius, 750 degrees Fahrenheit, and shoots up in bursts of gray to black basalt minerals. The majority of the planet's volcanic activity occurs along the mid-ocean ridge, which is nicknamed black smokers. Its distinguishing characteristics range far beyond superheated vents, but we don't have a complete picture of what's down there. The vast underwater range was discovered only in the 1950s. It is still largely unexplored.
Top 9. Fire thrives in cold temperatures. Fire spreads quickly in Antarctica due to high winds and dry conditions. Everyone bears the responsibility of adhering to safety precautions. A fire can quickly deplete vital supplies and shelter. In Antarctica, putting out a large fire is nearly impossible because the water in the hose simply freezes. Because the stations are so far away, assistance may be a long way away at any given time. It is best to focus on prevention. Fire safety is emphasized all over the world, but people on the White Continent must also deal with a more unusual issue: static electricity. Low humidity and high winds magnify the effects of static electricity to the point of charging a building. Residents quickly become accustomed to touching metal objects to ground themselves and avoid electrocution. A single static spark can ignite vaporized fuel and start a fire. Electronics such as MP3 players and cameras can be destroyed by uncontrolled static electricity. For safety reasons, discharge plates must be placed near phones and keyboards. As if the dangers of fire and unexpected shock weren't enough, Mount Erebus is an active volcano beneath the ice. It is home to a massive lake of sizzling hot lava that could erupt at any time.
Top 8. Earthquakes are not uncommon. Earthquakes are estimated to occur 500,000 times per year in the entire world. Humans can feel about 1/5 of these quakes. Microearthquakes and minor earthquakes, both of which are too small to be felt by humans, occur at a rate of approximately 8,000 per day. Earthquakes that can be felt but cause little to no damage occur approximately 55,000 times per year. You might not notice what's going on right beneath your feet. Earthquakes of moderate to great magnitude, 5.0 to 8.9 on the Richter scale, do cause damage. They happen nearly 1,000 times a year. Stronger earthquakes happen less frequently, but their injury and fatality rates are much higher. Extreme earthquakes are the least common type recorded. They happen every 20 years or so and register 9.0 to 9.9 on the Richter scale. In China, a 1,556 earthquake of this magnitude killed over 800,000 people, the majority of whom were cave dwellers. There has never been a recorded earthquake with a Richter scale value higher than 10.0. Such a large megaquake is extremely unlikely. No faults have been found that are long enough to produce a disaster of that magnitude. Longer faults produce stronger earthquakes. However, smaller earthquakes continue to tremble the earth frequently.
Top 7. The core of the Earth is as hot as the Sun. 3 layers make up the Earth. The blazing core is dense in the middle and molten on the outside. The next layer is the mantle, which makes up 84% of Earth's volume and is primarily made of solid rock. The top layer that supports life is the incredibly thin crust. The core is the hardest to study and the most out of reach. Our research has shown that iron and nickel make up the majority of the Earth's outer core, which is 2,300 kilometers, 1,430 miles, thick and more than 3,900 degrees Celsius, 7,000 degrees Fahrenheit, in temperature. It moves along with water's viscosity. The 1,207 kilometers, 750 miles, thick iron alloy ball that makes up Earth's inner core. The magnetic field that shields the planet is produced by this metal ball. It's as hot as the sun at 6,100 degrees Celsius, 11,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite the heat, the core is kept solid by weight pressing down on it. We rely on seismology for information because we can't drill very far into the absurdly hot regions of our inner Earth. As a result, everything we know is speculative and subject to change as we gain more knowledge of the planet.
Top 6. Enough weight can warp the ground. In 2002, the Larsen B ice shelf in Antarctica broke off and fell into the Weddell Sea over the course of about a month. It had a surface area of 3,250 square kilometers at first. 1,250 mi2. Having a thickness of 220 meters, 720 feet, this enormous ice shelf was 720 billion tons in weight. It's unusual for that much weight to vanish so quickly. When it occurred, the land that had previously been covered by the ice rose, much to the surprise of the scientists. The shift was large enough to alter the lava flows and underground rock, which has led to new questions about the stability of nearby volcanoes. The land would rise in the same way if all of Antarctica's ice melted. Additionally, ocean levels would increase by about 60 meters, 200 feet. The weight of its massive ice sheets has depressed the majority of Antarctica's terrain. Because of their weight, the land on the continent is currently mostly below sea level.
Top 5. Over 95% of the ocean remains a mystery. Despite the fact that water makes up 71% of the Earth's surface, we have only thoroughly explored 5% of it. Sunlight doesn't reach beyond 275 meters, roughly 900 feet. The majority of ocean water turns dark at a depth of 30 meters or less, 100 feet. We still don't know so much about the vast, dark void. Unknown species number in the millions, and many may become extinct before we have a chance to find and study them. Since the start of the Industrial Revolution, the acidity of the ocean has increased by 30%. Coral reefs and other ocean life are destroyed by that acidity. Making matters worse, people regularly overfish to the point of eradicating important species. Although bottom trawling essentially bulldozes the ocean floor, people still engage in it. Additionally, we annually discharge 180 million tons of toxic waste into the oceans. This is unfortunate because, in addition to sunken treasure, the ocean may hold the secrets to understanding intricate ecosystems, finding treatments for illnesses, and much more. Your body can repeatedly cave in under the intense pressure of the deep ocean. In spite of this incredible force, life abounds in the bottomless abyss. The deepest part of the ocean is the Mariana Trench, which is close to Guam. Even at its 10,900 meter, 35,800 foot, depth, the sea floor has been observed to be inhabited by shrimp and sea cucumbers. Think about the new things that will be discovered.
Top 4. The rate of gravity doesn't stay the same. Gravity shouldn't affect everything equally around the world, but it does. For instance, compared to most places on Earth, the Canadian region of Hudson Bay has a weaker gravitational pull. Although you wouldn't notice the change because it is so slight, modern technology can recognize it. Regarding the cause, we only have theories. The Ice Age is mentioned in the most popular theory. Gravity was slightly altered when the land-depressing Laurentide ice sheet melted because it left an imprint that hasn't fully recovered. This ice sheet would have been heavier in some places than others and would have covered most of Canada and a portion of North America. The South Pole experienced the same situation. The local gravitational pull has changed significantly as a result of recent ice melt. The distribution and density of the land, ocean activity, and natural processes can all affect how quickly gravity pulls something toward it. In 2011, a change was quickly noticed but no one could feel it due to an earthquake in Japan.
Top 3. The Pangaea Ultima is near. All 7 of the current continents were once part of Pangaea, a supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago. Pangaea Ultima, which will emerge in another 250 million years, will resemble the Pangaea of the past very little. Although it is impossible to predict with absolute certainty which way the tectonic plates will move, we can forecast what will occur by keeping an eye on what is occurring right now. Scientists forecast that California and Alaska will collide in light of this information. In reality, the African tectonic plate, which has been slowly moving north for millions of years, makes up the majority of the Mediterranean. The continent of Africa will crash into Europe, forming a massive mountain range. To get an idea of scale and to comprehend the possible consequences of tectonic plate collision, consider the Alps. We are currently in the middle of a cycle that geologists believe occurs on Earth every 500 to 700 million years and results in the formation of supercontinents. A little bit more slowly than the average rate of fingernail growth, tectonic plates move.
Top 2. The North Pole and South Pole switch positions. The North and South Pole's magnetic flip is a cycle that occurs naturally. Numerous times have already happened, and many more will in the future. It's possible that the Earth-changing event will start during our lifetime. The most recent flip occurred 780,000 years ago, according to volcanic rock. That indicates that the subsequent cycle flip is about to occur. The timing is ideal, and magnetic activity around our planet suggests it might occur soon. We are shielded from extremely high radiation by the Earth's magnetic field. It has been changing faster than expected, becoming weaker in some places and stronger in others. The Earth's outer core's movement has an impact on the field. The strength of the corresponding area of the magnetic field changes depending on the amount of movement, with more movement increasing the strength for the corresponding area. Recent unusual activity might indicate that the flip process is about to start.
Top 1. The Earth is tiny. It's no secret that the Earth is much smaller than the Sun, but the difference is startling. Along the surface of the Sun, 109 Earths could fit. Even though that may seem like a lot, it is nothing in comparison to the roughly 1.3 million Earths that could fit inside of our Sun. Even when keeping the spherical shape, you could fit about 960,000 Earths in the Sun. This is considering volume only and not taking shape into account, as adding smaller spheres to a larger sphere leaves a great deal of empty space. In addition to its enormous size, the Sun is 99.8% of our solar system's mass and contains 333,000 times Earth's mass. It is still a long way from being the biggest star in the universe. Betelgeuse, a red supergiant, is roughly 500 times bigger than the Sun. When you compare this to the size of the Earth, we suddenly seem incredibly tiny. In reality, our planet is a tiny dot in the vastness of space.
Thank you for watching 10 absolutely mind-blowing Earth facts. I hope you enjoyed learning about the amazing and fascinating aspects of our planet. If you found this content interesting and educational, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one. Also, if you know someone who would appreciate this content, please feel free to share it with them. Help us spread the knowledge and appreciation of the wonders of our world.
Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more exciting content in the future. And don't forget to leave a comment below letting us know which facts surprised you the most or share any interesting facts about Earth that you know. We love hearing from our viewers and your feedback helps us create better content for you. So, keep the conversation going and let's learn together.